Long ago in the ancient city of Kano, a place where the sun kissed the savannah and the air carried the sounds of bustling markets and thundering drums, there lived a young warrior named Dala. He was the son of a fallen soldier, a man whose betrayal had left a dark stain on their family name. Dala's father, Malam Haruna, had once been a respected leader in Kano's defense, but had secretly plotted against the city, swayed by the promises of riches and power from rival kingdoms. His betrayal ended in failure, and Malam Haruna's name was cursed by the very people he once protected. Dala, now in his mid-20s, bore the weight of his father's shame, but unlike his father, he was fiercely loyal to Kano. His strength with the spear and unmatched skill in battle made him a respected warrior, even if whispers of his family's betrayal still followed him. Dala spent his days training tirelessly, practicing beneath the ancient baobab tree that overlooked the city. His closest companion was Zubairu, a skilled blacksmith and his childhood friend. Together they dreamed of a Kano united, free of the scars of betrayal. Then there was Zainab, a young herbalist whose hands could heal wounds and whose wisdom often rivaled the city elders. Zainab and Dala shared an unspoken bond, but he kept his distance, haunted by the fear that his father's shadow might taint her as well. One fateful day, a messenger arrived at Kano's gates, battered and bleeding. He carried grim news. An alliance of rival kingdoms led by the ruthless warlord Sarkin Banza was marching toward Kano. Sarkin Banza, a name that struck fear in the hearts of all, sought to conquer the city and claim its people as slaves. The elders of Kano convened immediately, their faces etched with worry. "Who will lead us?" they asked, their voices quivering. Dala stepped forward, his heart pounding. "I will," he declared. His words were met with silence. The elders exchanged skeptical glances, murmuring about his father's betrayal. "You expect us to trust the son of a traitor?" one elder scoffed. Zubairu rose in defense. "Judge a man by his actions, not his blood. Dala has proven his loyalty time and time again." After a heated debate, the elders reluctantly agreed. Dala was appointed the leader of Kano's warriors, but the weight of their doubt hung heavy on his shoulders. As the city prepared for war, Dala worked tirelessly to rally the people. He trained young men in the art of combat, while Zubairu forged weapons late into the night. Zainab prepared healing herbs and potions, her presence a quiet reassurance to Dala. The day of the battle arrived. The sun rose over Kano, casting an orange glow across the savannah. From the city walls, the people could see the enemy forces advancing. A sea of soldiers armed with swords, spears and banners waving menacingly in the wind. Dala stood before his warriors, his voice steady. "This is our home, our families, our history. Everything we hold dear lies within these walls. Today we fight not for ourselves, but for Kano." With a thunderous cheer, the warriors charged into battle. The clash of swords and the cries of warriors filled the air as dust clouds rose from the ground. Dala fought with unparalleled ferocity, his spear cutting through the enemy lines. He was a whirlwind of strength and skill, inspiring his men to push forward even when hope seemed lost. At the heart of the battlefield, Dala came face to face with Sarkin Banza. The two warriors circled each other, the world around them fading into silence. Sarkin Banza struck first, his sword slicing through the air. Dala dodged, countering with a swift thrust of his spear. The duel was fierce, each blow met with a block or a parry. Finally, with a roar, Dala disarmed Sarkin Banza, his spear poised at the warlord's throat. Sarkin Banza's eyes burned with hatred, but he dropped his sword. The enemy forces, seeing their leader defeated, fled the battlefield. The people of Kano erupted in celebration as Dala and his warriors returned victorious. The elders, humbled by Dala's bravery, honored him with the staff of leadership, a symbol of Kano's unity. That evening, as the city celebrated with drumming, dancing and feasting, Dala found himself standing beneath the baobab tree. Zainab joined him, her eyes filled with pride. "You have redeemed not just your name, but your father's as well," she said softly. Dala smiled, the weight of his past finally lifting. "Kano is my home," he replied, "and I will protect it for as long as I live." As the moon rose over the city, its light illuminating the joyous faces of the people, Dala knew that his journey was far from over. But for the first time he felt at peace, knowing that he had forged his own legacy, a legacy of courage, loyalty, and... Thank you for watching Seen and Heard Stories. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more captivating African folktale stories. See you in the next story.